Well, last time we played a couple of weeks ago, you guys were in this Wormheart mine, and you saw that this does have multiple levels because the tracks, the minecart tracks that you guys were on, were sending up and went into a cave. Well, there was another cave which was over here where I have the green pointer that you guys had found via the tracks.
I'll share that map.
And inside of this place, there were some hooks on the earthen wall. And from these pegs or these hooks, there were these wooden masks and these capes that were made of this scaly dinosaur type of hide that were dyed like a bright red color. So, and plus there was sort of like a handrail up here on the edge of the embankment. So it looks like, what do you actually? I'll ask you, what do you guys think those capes were for and those masks? What do you guys think those are for?
Did they look like dragon cultist masks and capes, like Omi would have seen in Flan before?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, it seems like you would kind of imagine that maybe that these were used for maybe an audience or something with the dragon.
I'm thinking they're like ceremonial garb for addressing the dragon when presenting offerings.
Could be.
So I imagine our party will walk a little bit ways back down the mine so we can discuss this before instead of doing it right in front of the cave here.
Well, yeah, because where we left off was Darganoth actually was peering around the corner, and you could see the tail of this dragon, and it was red, a red dragon. You could see treasure, that's for sure, because in this layer, there were some crates, some boxes against the south wall, and there was even though there was this stalagmite in the way, Darganoth, you could still see that there was quite a bit of treasure that was kind of piled up there. And, it was, of course, you can see it to where you're at, which is right here. So what do you think, adventurers?
I think I'm going to put on my magic ring of power. Oh, that's a different story. Never mind.
Your magical ball gag that you have that you're trying to get for today?
My magical ring, the one ring of power, the one ring to rule them all. Seems like a familiar scenario, so I thought.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? You need a ball gag, Darganath? I think I still got Barkesh's in here. I forgot to give it back to him.
Yeah, I need it for some of my.
It was.
I need it for some of my roguish pursuits.
I don't know. You got to talk to her about that. That's a rare item indeed.
She's really quiet. Let me turn her up.
All right, guys. So I figure we have three options here. One, we could just leave and say, screw it. Two, we could try to ambush this dragon, take it by surprise, and take its treasure. That's kind of risky, but it's an option. Or three, we could take advantage of this, what appears to be audience chamber, and a couple of us could disguise ourselves as dragon cultists, and we could go in and see what we could learn about the dragon, possibly even learn something about the death curse or the soulmonger, or if not that, at least learn some interest, see what we could learn about Schult in general.
Interesting.
I like option 3.
What do the rest of you guys think?
I go with that one too, because the more we find out from other people, the less I got to scout.
Well, there's an option 4 too. Bobicus just said in chat that option 4 can be just charge in blindly and see what happens.
All right, let's go with that, guys.
No, wait. First, we got to split the party and then charge in blindly.
As we push Darganoth into the room, right? Oops.
Let me roll that stealth check real quick. We know how clutch those are for me.
Yeah.
Make it on the deck.
I'll just ride around on the dragon's tail. It'll never even notice me while I eat you guys.
Well, I heard a couple yays for option 3.
Yeah. Option 3. Yeah. And a honorary T-shirt maybe. Throw something in there.
For the dragon. Oh gosh.
So we'll need
Yeah,
to
it
go
could
back
be
up
our
to the
offering.
room,
The
right?
Only Barton Spoon the World Tour offering.
We'll take all the small T-shirts and sew them into one big Spoon the World T-shirt. How's that sound?
I have a mending spell, but I don't think that'll work.
Vay, you said something. You were pretty quiet though.
Why am I quiet?
I don't know.
I got your mic turned up to like 100 and 200%, and I can barely hear you.
I don't understand. I've not done anything.
I know how you feel, Vay, when that kind of stuff happens. I don't touch anything, but we can hear you though. It's just a little low. You have your mic up around your head or something like that, at the top of your head?
No.
All right. So it looks like you guys are going to go with the possible diplomatic route, maybe?
So, Darganeth, how many cloaks and masks were up there?
That is a good question. Let me consult my head.
There were a total there were a total of 5 different wooden mask and scaly red, bright red dinosaur hide types of capes.
So who here is confident in our ability to disguise, deceive, and persuade?
Well, I have a disguise kit where we could fill in the gaps, for one. But my other question is, who here speaks Draconic? Because I think
Good
the dragon
idea.
might be more convinced that we're cultists if we speak its language.
I speak Draconic.
I speak Draconic.
Wow, that was a good idea for sure.
Who here doesn't speak Draconic?
I do not.
I don't. I'm a mute.
That Shen and Zero do not?
Yeah. Shin does not.
Alright.
I'll just bow really, really low.
That's alright. I have some spoon magic to help with this, guys. Don't worry. So what I can do is cast the tongue spell on Shen and Zero so that we can all speak and understand Draconic.
Very nice. Tongue isn't a concentration, is it? You know what? Even if it was, I would still allow that because it's just a good idea.
No concentration and lasts for 1 hour.
Very nice. And we'll say that there's 6 masks up there. One for everyone.
Okay.
That's too convenient, Dave. You should have said there were 7.
Right.
And then before we go in, speaking of concentration spells, I'm going to cast Enhance Ability for Charisma on myself.
Burning through those spell slots. I like it.
For we in combat.
Combat? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe? I don't know.
Everybody should have like a bag of gold ready because we want to go in there with something to give the dragon. Otherwise, it could turn ugly.
So tempted to go in there and scoop up a bag of gold, like hidden behind this pillar. Like try to scoop a bag of his to offer to him.
You're more than welcome to try if you want. I wouldn't mind at all. So as you guys get up here to the top, you guys come up the ramp where the mine tracks are. I keep wanting to say mine cart tracks. As you guys are looking at all of these capes and these masks, you notice that these are a little bit larger than the size for a kobold. Now you guys can still use this stuff, but you're gonna kind of look like, how Tim Conway used to do that dwarf. You know how he'd have like the shoes on his knees and stuff like that, where where everything was kind of like smaller than what his body is proportioned, but you can definitely fit the mask on there. And the capes are a little bit small, but you guys can fandangle your way through that. Definitely interesting. You guys are going to have to get on your knees and basically walk on your knees up to the edge of the embankment to where that basically where that guardrail is. I can just imagine you guys doing that. That would be so good.
Shuffling.
You guys are shuffling up. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and clear out the rest of this map also, to where you guys can actually see.
So we'll get our cloaks and masks on. If there's any gaps in the disguises, I'll take out my disguise kit and do the best I can to close up any gaps.
Yeah, that sounds good. It's a good idea. So when you guys look over the you guys look over the railing. That was my mistake. Sorry about that. You see a dragon, obviously. And it is sleeping. It has its back towards you as you guys are moving into the room and kind of peering around and putting on your capes and your mask and all that other good stuff. You can hear a dragon snoring, much like you did last time where we ended the session. This isn't the largest of dragons, for sure, but it is definitely larger than you. It's not quite an adult, but it is still fairly large.
I heard someone say the name of the dragon last time, but I can't remember it.
Zindalor.
Zindalor, that's right.
T-Z-I-N-D-E-L-O-R. Zindalor.
Ready, guys?
As I'll ever be.
Yes, yes.
All right,
I'll
very
move
nice. You guys shuffle up on your knees up to the edge. You guys are about the height, maybe a little bit taller than the kobolds, even on your knees. Probably about the same height. And this dragon is he's snoring away. And you can you can smell the burning tinder coming off of his breath as he's snoring. It just kind of fills the room, that aroma. And he's sleeping right on his big pile of treasure. And there are literally there's tens of thousands of coins. And it is a huge bed that it has created. And you see a couple of bottles, potion bottles put in here and there, and you can see a mug, kind of like a big copper mug sticking out of the coins. You can see a necklace with some type of little adornment on it. So yeah, you guys can definitely see some other treasure besides the tons of copper and silver and gold. Ooh, all kinds of stuff. And he's just snoring away. Sleeping really good. He's getting some good REM sleep in. This is REM sleep, right? Yeah. I love how everybody's like one square away from the edge. It's so good.
How far is that down there anyway? Just so we know.
It's about 5 feet. It's not very high. About 5-10 feet, somewhere around there.
Okay.
And you can also see there's a couple of pillars inside of a Zindalar's chamber. There's a couple of stalagmites. On the south wall, there's a bunch of old-looking crates and barrels and stuff too. And there's actually a couple of the lids are kind of popped off, and you can see that there's like helmets and shields and stuff kind of sticking out of the boxes. So it looks like weapons and armor and stuff.
All right, so in Draconic, I'm going to yell out, "Oh, great and mighty Syndalore, we come seeking an audience with you and bring tribute."
So you say this a couple of times, and it echoes throughout the chamber, and you wake up the dragon. At first, you just kind of see one eye open up, his head kind of curl back around, coins kind of slide down to the bottom of the pile. This pile's probably about, I'd say the pile's at least 5 foot tall too. 5 to 8 foot. And, you yell it again, and the dragon definitely takes notice of you this time and turns around, and the dragon says, "Who wakes Tinder? Are you here to grovel to me like you always do, or are you here to pay more tribute?"
"Oh, great and mighty and beautiful Syndalore, we are here to pay tribute to you and request an audience with you and ask that you may share your amazing wisdom with us."
Grovel, 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 and he yawns. He says, "Pay your tribute. Tinder is tired. Give me news of the mining. How goes the mining?"
"Everything is on schedule, mighty Syndalore."
Very good. We must get as much of this ore as we can summon, because we need to take this back to the Dwarven Kingdom to the north, to where we can smelt coins and bars. That way Tinder will be more rich than I already am. Grovel for me. I love to see you grovel, you stupid little kobolds.
"We are graced to be in your present, magnificent Syndalore."
Yes, I know.
As I get down and grovel.
Yes, grovel. Grovel away. All of you. I see all of you up there. And he kind of is still sitting down, and the coins by this point are kind of flying all around the room. And, it's not breaking the pile or anything, but he's kind of stretching, much like a dog would. He's still sitting on his rear legs and stretches, and he sees everyone up there, and he says, "Everyone go ahead and come forth and grovel to Tinder. This is the best part of my day."
As long as he doesn't start scrubbing his butt.
Start dragging his butt around the pile of gold.
Yeah.
I hated it when my dog did that on the carpet. Oh, man, that used to make me mad.
"Oh, mighty Syndalore, may we ask of thee a question?"
Yes. Go ahead and put your tribute down there. What is your question?
I'll lay my tribute down. We have recently come into the knowledge that there is an artifact within Chult somewhere called the Soulmonger, and we wish, if it is your will, we wish to find this artifact and bring it to you, so that you may bring further glory to our Queen Tiamat. And at that, I snap to attention and go, "Hail Tiamat!" And
Hail Tiamat! Tiamat's not my queen. What are you talking about?
Oh, that didn't come through quite right. "Hail Syndalore."
That's music to my ears. Give me a persuasion check as you change from Tiamat to.
Well, I figured something.
Yeah.
Figured something out anyway.
Give me a check in the tower. You got advantage. Everybody's got advantage, so you can do this with advantage or what? Oh man! Holy cow!
Oh.
I roll a 19.
Yeah,
I roll a 19 and you got to roll a 20. What's going on with that? Man, what's going on? Man, you guys are rolling good already. First roll got a crit. Nice. He goes, I thought you were serious there for a second. Tiamat's been gone for a long time. She's been sent back to the abyss and to the 9 layers of hell. Well, to the elemental chaos.
I'm sorry, my friends here say I should give up on being a comedian.
Well, you're a pretty bad comedian, and if you come down here, I'll show you how much I appreciate you being a comedian. As he kind of licks his lips.
So, mighty Cindelor, we wish to try to recover this artifact for you, and we're wondering if there's any information if you had heard of this artifact, where it might be, or have any ideas about locations within Jolt where we might look for it.
Give me another persuasion check.
All right.
Give me another persuasion check. I wanna see this.
In the tower?
No, you could. Yeah, you can go ahead and do it in the tower. Man, you're on fire. He stretches a little bit again. He says, "Oh, I kind of like you. What is your name again, Kobold? Which one are you? Like Runt number 37 or Runt number 64? Your voice is kind of new to me. What happened to the old tribute? What happened to the other kobolds that would always throw tribute down to Tinder? Looks like you guys packed on a couple of pounds, actually. Now that I'm getting all of the sleep out of my eyes, looks like you guys are a little bit plumpier. Have you guys been eating my food?"
No. One of those dinosaurs, I think that's what they call them, wandered by and made for a good meal.
And you didn't bring Tinder ready?
Oh, we're working on it upstairs right now. There should be a mine cart of it coming down within the next few hours here.
You know how I like my meat. Nice and bloody. Shouldn't take a couple of hours, though.
Well, when I go back up there, I'll get them cracking.
So who else has tribute for Tinder? Step up, speak up. This soulmonger, huh? I will tell you what. I do have some sources, and of course, I have all of this magical power, and I've sensed this soulmonger here on Schultz. And since you've basically thrown me some tribute, and you're also cooking me a dinner, I've sensed that this soulmonger comes from the south. Even possibly a little bit more towards maybe the center of Schultz. And that's a great idea that you had. I would love for you to go and retrieve this soulmonger and bring it back to me. It would look nicely with my other pieces of treasure that I've accumulated over the last couple of years.
All glory is yours, mighty Cindelor.
Yes, quit your groveling. Who else has got tribute for Daddy?
I do.
You sound different, too. Speak up a little bit. Who are you? Are you Runtness 25 or...
No, I'm Runt 69.
Whoa, I didn't say that.
I have 69 gold coin for you, too.
That's it? Yeah. Throw it into the pile, I guess. You're getting a little cheap there. My minions are getting a little bit cheap on me. It's been a while since I've ate a couple of you. Maybe a couple of you can come down and pay the ultimate sacrifice and let me eat you.
Well, there were a couple upstairs that were found slacking in their duties. Maybe I'll have them sent down to you if that would be pleasing to you.
Oh, I think that would be great. Oh, I start to become bored of this, all this groveling. Oh, although I do kind of like it, though. I will admit that.
Mighty Cindelor, is there a specific place in the south you would like us to search for this soulmonger?
Let me think on that. Maybe it may take a little bit more tribute to persuade me.
I'll fish out another bag of coins and dump it down.
Well, why don't you just give me all of your coins if you have more extra? Why don't you just give it all to me?
Those were my silver coins, Mighty Cindelor. I did not think you would like silver as much as gold, but I have now given all of it to you.
Don't you see that I'm sitting on about 15,000 silver pieces? 45,000 copper pieces? Thousands of gold? I like all types of treasure.
Well noted, Mighty Cindelor.
Go back to your groveling. Who else has tribute for the mighty Tinder? No one else? Oh.
I'll throw him a sack of 100 gold.
Oh. That sack sounds a little fat. I think I may have you come down and eat dinner with me tonight. And then you may become dessert.
Yeah, no thanks.
Takes the bags and basically scoots him over with his tail and just takes his claws and empties the bags and kind of tosses the bag to the side. Well, the couple of bags that you guys had actually thrown down there to him. Well, I expect more reports about our mining activities. This is hard work, you know.
Yes, Mighty Cindelor.
Well, I am going back to sleep if you have nothing else to pay tribute.
Well, we will send out a party immediately to search for the soulmonger. Where exactly in the south did you say we should start searching?
Yes. I would seek a place called Omu. Towards the south. There's a wreck that another dragon caused. One of these big airships. To the south of this wreck is an old ancient city. It's called Omu. You may be able to find something there. But if you do find it, bring it back to me at once. Oh, that will give Tinder all the power. And just think, you'll be my minions. The minions to one of the most powerful dragons in all of the world.
As you command, Mighty Cindelor.
All right, leave me alone. I need to get my beauty sleep, you know. But of course, you can go ahead and grovel one more time on your way out and throw a little bit more tribute down here if you don't be. I can smell more. I can smell money up there. Are any of you holding out on me?
That may be my friend's farts here. They kind of smell like that.
Well, be gone with me, you pest. I'll take another update
grovel.
Tomorrow.
I'll bend down and bow one more time and then slowly back out.
Yeah, groveling while backing out.
Oh, so maybe you've got a little bit of information from Tinder.
So we'll be quiet until we get a little ways away. like back down
Sure.
the mine shaft a little bit.
Well, so what do you guys think?
So, guys, that was pretty productive. Now we have a clue about this city. What was it? Omu.
OMU.
Okay.
We've seen this airship that crashed.
Oh, that's right.
Very nice. Very nice, Darg. You remembered that. I was going to remember if anybody remembered that. It's actually on the map, so I'll reshare the map of Chult with you guys right here.
And I'm gonna say, you had to yell quite a bit for him to wake up. You want to give him a couple minutes to go back to sleep and see how much I can nab before we get out of here?
There's
I like
there's
it.
that
Surprisingly
wreck.
awake by then.
Indicates we need 219 gold pieces.
Gonna go back down and try to steal it back. I like that.
What do you guys think? I mean, maybe you can have will the mine cart carry us back up, or we gotta walk? We gotta hump it back.
Nah, we'll say it'll take another day to get back.
You guys want me to go try to get this gold back?
Yeah, do
I'm
it.
anxious.
Absolutely.
Well, under any other circumstance, I would say yes, but I'm not sure about this one. But that's your call, Darganeth. You're the expert.
I mean, if you guys want to wait till the dragon's asleep, maybe explore a little bit more. You guys know that this place, there's more to the mine. I mean, you like I told you last week, the dragon was asleep. I would have given you the opportunity of a round of surprise. Totally up to you, but I just wanted to remind you that the dragon was sleeping last time, sleeping pretty heavily, and you guys, especially Darg with his great stealth skills, was able to get right up there pretty close, and Vey was with him, so totally up to you guys, though. Or you could just go back to option 4 and just charge right in blindly. I mean, that would be pretty cool. He does have a lot of treasure, that's for sure.
I mean, it's kind of hard for one like me to see all that treasure and,
just walk away from it, right?
I mean, that is still an option. I mean, we did find out what we needed to know from the dragon, so whatever we decide, all the information that we could get from him reasonably, I think so.
Yeah, I just kind of wanted to get a chance to get information from him in case things went bad. Things went south.
He definitely wants you to go get that treasure for him, that soulmonger.
Do we really want to do deeds for an evil thing like that?
Well, you need to find the
That's what we're gonna do
soulmonger
for now.
anyway. So, yeah, you need to find the soulmonger anyway. According to Syndra and, Wakanga, yeah.
No, we're not doing that for the dragon. That was just part of the deception.
Hell with that lizard.
Couple nice, really nice persuasion rolls, too, of me. And both of your rolls were over the base of insight that I rolled anyway, so really nice.
Oh wow, nice. Well, we can either check out the rest of this mine, or we could head back to the dwarves. What do you guys think? We can think about how we want to handle this dragon in the meantime.
I would say with explore the rest of this mine. If there are kobolds hanging out in here, then if we do decide to go back and smack the dragon on the tail, we don't want kobolds coming to his aid.
Yeah, I mean, am I the only one that saw that treasure? You had to have seen that.
There were a lot. There were tens of that. There were probably, seriously, Darganoth, your eyes were, you've never seen this many coins, not even in a vault. There's probably at least 60,000 coins here.
I mean, you
There
do
were a
make a
lot.
good point. That money could buy a lot of spoons.
You can probably
Or you know, like
make your own spoons.
that money could go a long way to starting an investigation team up to figure out what happened to your boy Spoonie.
Hey, that's a good point. Still looking for Mr. Spoonie.
Yes, you are.
So you guys want to check out the rest of this mine and kind of while we mull the dragon over for a while?
Leave no stone unturned.
I agree with searching the rest of the mine.
I'm guessing it's down this way.
Yeah, there's a cavern. Yeah.
The place that we don't look will be treasure chests full of goodies.
Now you guys go this way, and it does ascend up. It looks like it wraps around and goes up a little bit more.
Oh, could you reshare the map, Dave? I lost it for some
Sure
reason.
can. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, let's ascend up. If you guys are going up, let me get this next map ready for you. Well, it's already ready. I gotta share it and pull all of your tokens out. Let's see. All right, so you guys can go ahead and put in order where you're at as you ascend up to another tunnel, another corridor, and as it wraps around, it opens up into another huge chamber, and you can see below.
I've never heard so many chirps before in this game.
Hey,
I was
Yours are
just gonna
pretty
wait.
quiet.
I was gonna wait till somebody's like, "Hey, Dark, you want to go check that out?" But I know it's coming, so I'll just start going.
Well, I can't speak while I'm uncovering the fog of war. So there we go, and I'll open up a little bit more for you. As there are on this wall, there are sconces basically surrounding the entire place. So it is dimly lit in here, and you can actually look down, and you're probably about another maybe 30 or 40 feet up above the part of the cavern that you were just at, and you can actually see where the mine tracks actually are coming up, as you can see on the map. So.
Okay, that's actually pretty cool because I still have the other map open and I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, lined it up pretty good. Cartographer did a pretty good job. So you guys can see that once you are starting to round the corner, there's like a wooden platform that is attached to that massive stalagmite that's in the center of the chamber. And also ahead, you can see that there's another mining cart. And you can now see where the water is coming from also, because you can see the waterfall that is directly straight ahead of you. And then, of course, this minecart track wraps around, and it's actually ascending up even more. And then the track kind of winds its way up and around to the back of you to where you can't even see it anymore.
Go over and check out that opening to the northwest there, Darknath.
Yeah,
All
there's
right.
like a wooden platform. Seems pretty sturdy. And yeah, you get over here, and this is where the water is rushing over, and this is the waterfall that you guys had seen down on the level below you. Then it kind of winds back. It's a nice, you get down on your knee and smell the water. It smells like it's nice and clean. Sounds like you can drink it at least. It'd be nice and cool. And then there's a path that kind of goes back, and nice crystal clear water.
What about this walkway over to the stalagmite or whatever? Stalactite.
Wanted to do what now?
What about this walkway here?
It's made of wood. It's attached to that center pillar, that center stalagmite, and it has a couple of tools and a couple of these voice horns that you would like maybe blow into to maybe start the workday, maybe end the workday.
Oh, okay.
Platform that basically like
Up or
the
down?
no, it's basically just straight across. There's no elevation to it at all, and you can see where it's been spiked into the stalagmite.
I'll just keep on inching around.
All right, back here, and there's no activity. That's another weird thing, that there's no activity. So as you get over here, this is an area that kind of goes back. There's some torches back there that are illuminated, and this looks like some type of storage area. There's all kinds of, well, as you're kind of peering around, there are a bunch of tools. There's some crates. There's some barrels. Now, give me a perception check as you're getting a little bit closer to. All right, so as you're getting closer, you can look around the corner. You can see all of the different the crates and the boxes and all that stuff. You actually see that there are some kobolds in here too, and these don't look like your average kobolds, because you kind of do like a double take, and you notice that these kobolds have wings. And these kobolds, they're, as you're coming around, you can start to see that these kobolds are basically resting. And you can, hear a couple of them snoring. And then all of a sudden, one shuffles around from this stalagmite that's over here. And I'll uncover that. And it shuffles from around the corner, and it basically comes eye to eye with you as it comes around. It looks at you. He sees you. You see him. This kobold with wings spreads his wings, and I think I actually have an image of this kobold with wings. No, I don't actually. Well, the kobolds look like this, of course, but just imagine a kobold with wings. So, but anyways, you see him. He sees you. He screeches and he grabs the torch as it looks like this thing is starting to take flight. So, why don't you guys go ahead and roll initiative with these winged kobolds as they start to spring up and appear all around you, Darganoth. Not too bad of initiatives. Fantasy Grounds has it so easy to just go and play on the fly. It's so nice. All right, so let's do round one. And it looks like we've got a couple of winged kobolds, which is actually not the kobold, but this kobold was prone. It does stand up, and this is gonna pull a dagger on you, Darg. It's gonna run up, and it's gonna attack you with its dagger. and it misses. Your defenses are just too good for this kobold. You basically just sidestep it. Next kobold. This kobold is actually going to take flight, and this kobold takes flight and moves. He's got a pretty decent fly. He's probably about 10 feet off of it. I'd say to where the top of his head is about 10 feet up in the air. Now the corridor here is open, so there is still lots of open air above you. So this thing does take flight and ends up around here, but you see him kind of disappear by this point. Okay, Vey, you're up, and you're at this platform, and as you hear this kobold screech, you start to hear wings flapping. It starts to echo all throughout this huge cavern. So what do you do? As you can see a kobold come from around the corner over here by this area.
Okay, well, I can see it? Okay.
You can see him, yes, yeah. You can barely see him, even with the massive stalagmite in your way. You can still barely see him now.
So where that rock is, it goes all the way up, so I can't see through those.
Correct, like right here. Yeah, you can't see through that. Yeah.
Okay, well, I was looking at this platform anyway, so when I see the kobold and I hear the screech, I'm going to run out onto the platform.
Okay. All right. How much does Vey weigh? It's 105.
If I can get a shot
That's
at
fine.
that guy from here.
You can. Yeah, when you run out onto this platform, this thing, it's pretty sturdy for sure, and you can feel it kind of moving a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, you are, I see that you're 105 pounds, so I mean that's fine. I mean, but you can definitely, if more people join you out here, it could get a little freaky. You know what I mean? But with you out there, you're fine. It's holding up fine. But yes, you can definitely attack that kobold that's right across the big cavern from you. What would you like to attack it with, Vey? Fireball! No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm a ranger, so I'm a pointy stick caster, so I'm going to cast a pointy stick at it.
Okay. You cast pointy stick. And your longbow hits. Your pointy stick hits with a 14 as it's flying. Yeah, and as it comes around the corner, you see it. You draw your longbow. You pull the arrow back. You let it fly, and it strikes this wing kobold dead center in the chest, and this thing just falls. And you can see that it actually lands about right here on the minecart path below you, and it is dead. As you can look down, and you can see like this pool of blood starting to form around the dead kobold as it lays there motionless. So nice shot. What else would Vey like to do? I think you might have some movement still, right?
Yeah. So I haven't played this far into 5e before.
That's okay.
What's my extra attack?
Daddy's got you.
This when I don't have a move, right?
Well, if you have an extra attack, you can still move and attack again, as long as you just don't go past your movement. Yeah. So you can break it up. So if you have extra attack, you can attack. If you kill something, then you can move around, pull your weapons on the move, and attack. It's just 5e's that versatile, which is really nice.
Okay. Well, I don't know where the kobolds are coming from at this point.
Yeah.
So,
well, you can see that cave entrance there, and you know that this is where you can hear the sounds of those flapping wings and those very high pitched screeches. Yeah, you definitely know that it's coming from that area there, and also from the other open area here where you saw Darganoth follow the track around.
Okay.
But
so
you just can't see.
At least at the moment, I let the rest of the group. We got the kobold. I just got the one flying over across the opening.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take the rest of my movement and come back to the group.
Okay.
Because I'm hoping to move on around where Darganeth went.
Okay, sounds good. And we'll go ahead and go to the other winged kobolds. So this winged kobold will move up on you, Darganoth. It's going to use its pack tactics to attack you, and it does have a dagger also. So let's see. The attack with advantage is, ooh, look at that, a crit hit. So Darg, that massive crit, ooh, wow, actually you partially absorb some of it, but you take nine piercing damage as the two kobolds work together, and he just shivs it right into your side. Ah. And he's on the ground. He is not flying, although his wings are spread. Okay, Shen of the Fin.
I would like to advance my max movement, which I think is to like right there,
Uh-huh.
and then I think I will cast Sacred Flame on Winged Cobalt number 4.
Yeah, you can definitely see Wing Kobold number 4. You can't see, the full kobold, but it doesn't matter. It's not a to hit spell anyway. So, but you definitely see enough to where you can, get that spell cast on the kobold. Ooh, wow. The winged kobold was successful with his wisdom saving throw. And he just kind of flicks you a bird, as he kind of looks around Darg and sees you, and he knows that you cast a spell on him, and he just gives you the big crooked middle finger.
As a bonus action, I would like to taunt him.
Very nice. Anything else for you?
No, that's it for me.
Oh, sorry about that. Omi, you are up, man. Omi Barton.
Omi's going to move up to here and say, guys, Darganath's in trouble. He needs our help. As I pull out a spoon and I throw a fairy fire spell into the room.
I'm going to use the
I would
language
aim it
filter down there,
past
too.
the point to not hit Darganath with it. So I would end up hitting 11, 5, and 4, and 1 with it. Is that right? Yeah, 20-foot cube.
So a couple of the kobolds, they start yelling stuff in Draconic. And a couple of you, as it's kind of echoing around the giant cavern, Omi and Darg and Vey, you can actually understand what these kobolds are saying. So let's see.
Actually, if the tongue spell is up, everybody probably hear it.
All right. So it looks like some of these, actually all of these kobolds actually failed, which is good for you.
So all these spoons, like glowing spoons, start dancing around, lighting up all 4 of those winged kobolds. And I turn to Darganath, and as a bonus action, I say, Darganath, hang in there, we got your back. As I give him some bardic inspiration.
We're just way back currently.
Way back? How far back? Way back. All right, Omi. Want to take any other movements? Jump into that minecart behind you?
That's all my movement, all my actions, so I'm done.
All right, let's go to the winged kobold. A winged kobold starts to take flight and is going to take double movement and get to about right here. And this kobold is carrying a rock as it is flying, and it's actually a fairly large rock too. And this thing is flying, and it has to use both of its hands to carry this rock as it is flying, and it flew out from around this corner here from this blind area and is now up in the center of the cavern, and it looks like it's flying to get some type of like tactical position on Darganoth. So let's see. We'll go to the next kobold, which takes flight as well, and will also be carrying a rock. and ends up about right here and is in flight.
Should have worn your hard hats.
And it's about it's definitely above you, but you could this thing is, you could do like an or like an athletics check and maybe jump up and grab its foot or something like that. I would allow something like that, but he's not super far up. So, all right. So it took a dash action to get where it's at. Darganoth, you're up now, and you're kind of getting surrounded by these winged kobolds.
I had a question. I've been sitting here trying to Google it this whole time.
Sure.
Green Flame Blade. Do you need a free hand to cast that?
I don't know. Well, I don't think so. I think it's just part of. I just think it's just part of the attack. I mean.
Yeah, I know it. I know you can't do an offhand attack with it, but I couldn't find anything about like having something in your offhand.
Let's see. As part of the action used to cast this spell, you must make a melee attack with a weapon against one creature within the spell's range, and the spell's range is 5 feet. And on the hit, the target will attack. You'll take the attack's normal effects and damage, and then that's when the green fire leaps from the target to the other target within 5 feet. But seeing that, let's see, you are level 5. So the attack's going to do that extra 1d8 green fire damage anyway to the target, and the fire damage to the second creature. So, and it'll be 1d8 plus your spellcasting modifier. So it's just it's part of the attack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it does take an action. So, you would only be able to use it once. Seeing that it does take the action, I don't think you'd be able to do it on like your second attack or anything.
Yeah, the only thing I had a question about is if I could have something in my offhand.
I don't see why not. If you do your 2-weapon fighting, I don't see why you can't have anything in there.
Good to go.
It doesn't say anything, stating that you have to just have one weapon.
Yeah, I'm going to draw both my rapiers then.
Okay. Taking advantage of that feat. I like it. And plus with that feat, it's nice. You get the upgraded die. The rapiers are 1d8, so.
And I'm going to Green Flame Blade Kobold 4.
Okay, and then splashing on the 1.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't get sneak attack on this one.
That cart right beside you is full of ore. Like it hasn't been smelted down yet, and the ore hasn't been, all the impurities hasn't been taken out. Wow, look at that! You actually missed the winged kobold. Wow, you got inspiration. Do you want to redo it?
Yeah, I'll go for that.
Got bardic inspiration too.
Oh yeah, why don't you use bardic inspiration first? Is your bardic
do I
inspiration
just roll
a D8? Or?
Do I just roll like a D8?
Yeah.
Just roll a d8.
All right, so let's see. The 13 on the winged kobold is a hit. Barely, but it is a hit. So you can put your inspiration back on, and you can now do all of your damages.
Yeah, I don't get any sneak attack though here.
No. Yeah, because it's not a solo creature, unfortunately. All right, so let's do the green flame blade. There you go. It kills the kobold in front of you. Basically, you just cut right through his wing into his torso. Wing falls off, twitches on the ground. He falls down. The other kobold also goes down from the... Well, I think he does. Yeah, he goes down from the green flame blade splash. It also goes down. Wow.
And how high up did you say this one was?
About 10 feet or so.
And his hands are busy with the stone, you said?
He's got a boulder. It looks like he's fixing to bombardier on you. Not a massive. Of course, it's not a massive type of boulder or anything like that. But ooh, I like that. Looks like you're going to use your tactical retreat and get back.
Can I get How much does it take to walk through a friendly?
It's double movement to walk through a friendly. So instead of just
Okay,
a
I can get
normal-
right there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get right
sounds
there then,
good.
because I got the. You still got Long Strider on me, or is that worn off?
It lasts an hour.
Okay, yep. Then I'm gonna go there.